friends. Okay, it is Wednesday. Monday was Labor Day. Tuesday, yesterday, Fat Man was off. Me and him went to Birmingham. Had a ton of appointments. Got all that done. Yeah. So today is Wednesday. I had to really think about it. Today is Wednesday. I am in the process of doing my morning routine. My sister gave me, we went to her house Sunday. And she gave me a duvet and a duvet cover. So as I was making my bed, I thought, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and use this duvet. Go ahead and get it on. I love the cover, the color of it and everything. And so, yeah, I'm super excited about that. So I got that done. I'm getting my laundry together. We actually had to take our laundry to her house Sunday when we went because the washing machine was broken. Like, could not be fixed broken. That man spent $157 on a part, and it did not work. So, yesterday when we were in Birmingham, we found a used appliance store. We went in, and he used his side money. He had been setting aside so much of his side money to go for a fishing trip for his birthday. And he used his fishing trip money to buy me a washer. Isn't that so sweet? So hopefully he can get his money back for the part, and that will kind of put back into his fishing trip fund. The used washer we bought with tax and everything was $280, but that's still cheaper than a brand new washer. And it got like some of the features I was looking for. It will actually buzz when your washer is done. I thought that was very cool. I need that in my life. It will be like a reminder of go in there and change me. So, I've gotten my bathroom swished and swiped. I've gotten in here done. Today is going to find me with a frog. A major frog. We're talking a whole pond of frogs. Have you ever seen the movie Frogs? If not, look it up. Just Google it. You know, hey Google, Frogs, the movie. Yeah. I've got a frog movie in my laundry room. You're gonna see. But first, I need to tackle some of my AM chores. I need to get supper prepped and going tonight. We are doing a roast. We are so tired. It was delicious, but we're tired of chicken and pork. My sister and her husband, their house, we had chicken and ribs. Delicious. Oh my God, good. I took a 7-layer salad, some corn on the cob, and a brownie delight for my brother-in-law's birthday. He thoroughly enjoyed it. He loved the salad. He loved the corn. He actually cooked the corn for me. He don't ever just open up a pack. He spruces it up, and he spruced it wonderfully. But he loved that brownie delight. Yes. Anywho, then Sunday when we had, Monday, we had all the kids here. Well, not all. Becca and Joseph could not come. They got exposed to COVID, so they're having a quarantine. Luke and Maddie and the baby came. Brian and Andrew came. So, yeah, and then the three of us. So, it was a great time. They stayed near about the entire day, and I loved it. Oh, me and Fat Man are still talking about how it just makes us so happy to have all those voices back in the house. And Alice Marie running around, and it was just so much fun. But there we had, here we had butt and ribs. So, and then that night we had butt and rib leftovers. Yesterday when we got home from Birmingham, we had butt and ribs and chicken leftovers. So I told him, I said, tonight I put the leftover butt in the freezer. There were no more ribs left. There was no more chicken left. So the leftover butt went in the freezer for another time. Just me, him, and Bees, maybe. But tonight we're having beef. Anyway, I got to get up off my duff. I'm sitting here. I'm catching my breath. We're going to go start some laundry, get a pot roast going. I still have not eaten breakfast. Yeah. It's a thing. It is probably almost 9 now. Okay, it is 9. A little after 9. So yeah, let's head that way, and then I'm going to show you my pond of frogs. Okay, real quick for my supper tonight, like I said, we're doing beef roast. This is from the half a cow that we bought. And this has got a bone running through the middle. So it's going to be kind of iffy at best, but this will be plenty for 3 people. It is 3.05 pounds. So go ahead and just say 3 pounds, because you figure that bone's cutting into some of it. But it's going to be plenty. I would trim some of this fat off, but you can tell on the back side the fat is narrower. So under this big thick part of fat, there is some meat starting to trail down through there. See where it gets wide and then where it gets narrow? So that will just be good meat. And that fat will add some flavor and juice to it. I was looking for my better than beef bouillon, and I cannot find it. What? Yeah, can't find it. So we're going to have to come up with something different for the liquid. I don't want just water. I've got some veggies that I'm going to use. I got celery, I got carrots, I've got those potatoes that I bought, and a bag of onions. So I'm going to put, I always put my vegetables in first. I read that in a crock pot cookbook, one of those fix it and forget it books. I got to drink my orange juice. And before you see me do this, I am the only one in this house that drinks orange juice. Just cut and dried, I'm the only one. So I'm trying to get... That's my washer. Did you hear it? I love it. I love it. I actually washed a load in it yesterday when we got home. Fat Man didn't even get hooked up good. And he was like, darn, you quit, girl. He didn't even get hooked up good. I was washing clothes. Alright, anyway, back to my pot roast. I am just going to throw my veggies in first. I'm going to cut these taters up. I might have to trim some of that fat off to get that booger in this crock pot. And that kind of spurred some of me on my frog. You're going to see my frogs here in just a bit. I got to go ahead and get this going though. We searched this house high and low Monday morning. I got up like at 4 to get the butts started. I cooked my butts in the crock pots. I have 2 of these white ones, the oblong white ones. And then I've got one big round one. It's the black with paisley print, black and white paisley print. Cannot find it nowhere. Like nowhere. And I know we got one. Fat Man knows we got one. Cannot find it. So, yeah. Could not find my other white one. So, I cooked my little bitty tiny pork butt. I cooked him in my little red. I love using this little mini crock pot from like my little cocktail weenies with the barbecue sauce. You know, the little smoky weenies. I do that and barbecue sauce for like game days. And I just wound up putting that little bitty roast in it. And y'all, That sucker cooked quick. He was good and tender. So, the other pork butts that I do have are tiny ones. I'm glad I bought those pork butts from Walmart when I did. I bought them, you know, just because of a whim. I needed some pork to go in the freezer. And that was the only pork we could find. There were no pork chops to be had. There was no bacon to be had. Nothing. So I got those pork butts. And they had to kind of like substitute, you know, fill in for me. So, anywho, I'm running my mouth while I'm doing. I think this might be my last tater. I want to make sure I have room for my other stuff. And if I think we need more taters on the side, I can do them. But like I said, it's just the three of us. Now, Luke might be popping in for suppers. Maddie and the baby are on a travel. So, he might be popping in for suppers with us. I done told him. He can always come home to Mama's to get a home-cooked meal while Maddie's gone. So, I'm hoping he does come. I just need to put my eyes on him, as they say. Make sure he's alright. It does your heart good to put your eyes on your kids, don't it? It truly does. Alright, I'm going to cut my onion up. I'm going to go ahead and start doing all my veggies, and I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. I've got my carrots in here. I've got my celery in here. Let's see if I can get y'all where you can see a little bit better. Let's see. Yeah. Alright. I've just kind of layered it in there. And what I want to do is kind of mix it up where the flavors get married together. I also am going to add some garlic. So let me get my spoon for that. And I want to do this before I mix it. That way that garlic flavor's going through there. We're going to add about that much. I'd say that's maybe 2 teaspoons. Maybe a little bit more. Okay. Now, I also am going to add some pepperoncinis or banana rings. Pepperoncinis, same thing. So, let me rinse the spoon off. And I want pepper rings and the juice. I'm not worrying about straining off the juice from this. I want that juice in here. And I'm going to add a good bit of these. Usually if you did the Mississippi roast, you add a whole jar. I don't, because Carol Beth's not one too much for the flavors. Alright, I also want to add, my brother-in-law gave me this. It's brisket rub. This is what I put on those pork butts. Oh, my stars in heaven. And then I want to, I'm looking for, and I've got to find out where he gets his. It's called Alabama Dirt seasoning. And I want me some of that. Alright, I'm just going to take, let me get a bigger spoon. We're going to use this one. This is cool. It's got the lid handle. My sister gave it to me. She was cleaning out her kitchen. She had gotten some new stuff, so her old stuff is my new stuff. And yeah, we just do it like that. Then if we replace something, or then I'll ask her if she wants. She's usually the one that gives to me. She's the older sister, and so, and seriously, ever since our mother had passed away, we have gotten closer and closer. Our mother was driving a wedge between us. That was just, if you see my video about why I YouTube If you haven't, if you're new here, hey hon, how you doing? Go check that video out, and it explains a lot of my upbringing, and yeah, the actual term for what Carolyn, our mother, and normally I do not refer to her as mother unless I'm explaining the situation. Like to y'all, I'll say, you know, our mother. But if I'm talking about her, yeah, I'll refer to her as Carolyn. Anywho, I'm going to slide that over. Doesn't that look good? Like, seriously. You could add, this is just a good base for anything. You could add pork to this. You could add chicken to this. This is a good base for, like, seriously, anything that you wanted to do. This is how I do my chicken noodle soup. That right there. That right there, people. Yep. Well, now chicken noodle soup, I'll take out the potatoes and I'll put noodles. But, yeah, everything else, chicken noodle soup. Alright, now for my meat, this is what I'm going to be doing to him. And this just gets those flavors all the way through. I found it works for me. You don't have to do this step if you don't want to. Take a knife, and you're going to get serial killer with it, okay? You are just going to stab. Do not hold it with your other hand, because sometimes this knife can slip, and you do not want that happening. And you're doing this, you want to kind of go through, and then I'm going to flip him over. See how I went through? Alright, now I'm going to flip him over. Whoa. Well, and truly, oh, he landed on the plastic. Okay. I'm just going to go back to the other side. And what this is going to do, it is going to get this flavoring that I'm fixing to add down in those holes. I've done pork this way and stuck garlic cloves in it. And oh my goodness, yes. Yes, yeah. Okay, that bone is not near as thick as I thought it was. So, yeah, we're going to get a good bit of meat out of him. Alright, put that knife up. I'm going to use my hand just a smidge. Alright, now, I'm going to go back in with this brisket rub. And I'm going to do him up pretty good. And I'm going to rub it in. And I'm going to mush it in. And I want it permeating all those little knife holes I made. Yeah. We're going to flip him over. Keeping him on the plastic. Whoa, plastic. I will wash this shaker off. Alright. Just going to rub it in, rub it in, rub it in. I'm going to take the excess on my hands. We're going to rub the sides. Alright, now, he is going to be good to go. I'm going to plop him on top. And I'm going to rinse my hands. I'm going to show you what we're looking like. I'm going to take all my scrappings, like the potato peel and the celery ends and all that gross stuff. I'm putting it on this plastic. I'm just going to pick up one thing and then take it to the trash can. If you hear sloshing, it is me. It's my catheter bag. Yeah, it is what it is. Alright. So this is what we're looking like. As he cooks, he is gonna kind of go on down in there. Let me find my light. I am going to put my hot pot in. And I did not find that broth. So that is why I made sure to put a good bit of this in. And the oil from my garlic. I got that rub. And we are going to stick this in the crock pot. Let's see. I can't tell what y'all are looking at. Alright. got it in the crock pot. I'm going to have this puppy on high. It's on high. And my lid is washed. It's in the dishwasher. Right now. Yeah, that's the one good thing I love about these lids. It won't quite fit down, but it's getting there. We're gonna smush. Okay. As he cooks, he's gonna kind of shrink and settle down. Those veggies will get soft and settle down. It's just that one little, and if it is real high up, I've covered, instead of putting the lid on, I've covered it with aluminum foil. And then as it cooks down, then I'll take the foil off and put the lid on. So you can do it that way. Alright, so I'm going to get this kitchen wiped down and cleaned up. And I will be back. Okay, before I get started with my frog, I'm going to eat me a quick breakfast. It's just some butter toast and some grapes. Yeah. We're trying this dieting thing. I know I said I wouldn't diet, but I am watching what I eat. So, and usually I either skip breakfast or eat crap. Well, every once in a while, I loved my cottage cheese. I loved my yogurt. My endocrinologist informed me yesterday to not do any dairy within 4 hours of taking my thyroid meds. Is that wake up during the middle of the night and take a thyroid pill. I'm not waking up in the middle of the night to do that. I mean, sometimes I'll wake up during the middle of the night, but if I can get up out of the bed, I'm up. I am up. There ain't no going back to bed. And then I'll have to crawl back in bed about 9. So, yeah, no, that's not perfect for me. I got up at 5 something this morning. I took my thyroid pill, and I'm just going to wait, and I'll take my other meds at 10. Yeah, we're encroaching on almost 10 now. I did clean my stove off. I put my flowers there. So, we're going to try that. Get them off the counter, put them there. Yeah. And I was wiping down my kitchen as I was cleaning up from doing the roast. I'm making me some coffee to go with my toast. And I love knowing that we had a little one in the house. I found this on my kitchen counter. It was put behind the bread. I guess they were trying to hide it from her. I don't know. But that's where I found it. So, yes. I can tell we had a little one in the house over the, well, yeah, Monday. I'm making my coffee. I'm enjoying the caramel cappuccino mix. The Great Value brand. I am loving this. And yesterday on the way to UAB, we stopped at Dunkin' and had breakfast. I had the ham and egg English muffin. And, I didn't do my apple fritter. I ate healthy. I had a ham and egg English muffin. And I did have some coffee. I got the pumpkin spice. I was so excited. How come that did not brew? I had the water in that way more than that. That's all the water it put in. Why? Anywho, I ain't gotten the pumpkin spice latte. Hot. And y'all, I had not even, well, yeah, I did drink it all. But, and that man's like, why don't you go ahead and get a small one for the road? So I did. I got me a small one. Thought that was so sweet of him. It's like he hadn't had pumpkin spice all year. They got it. Go ahead and do you a little one for the road. And I did. Y'all, I only had like maybe 1 or 2 sips of the small one. And I got so sick to my stomach. Literally like 4 exits later, I was begging him to pull over. I thought I was going to throw up. I don't know why. I don't know what. Yeah. And I could tell it was from the coffee. And so he stopped at a Murphy gas station there in Alabaster. I'm going to try to walk with my breakfast balanced on my coffee cup. He stopped at a Murphy there in Alabaster. And I told him, I said, you need to go get me some Gas X or some Tums or something. But I cannot continue on this road trip like this. And I hated to have him do that. And he's like, no, I don't want you getting sick. I don't, you know, felt so bad. And he got Tums. They did not have gas X. He got Tums and me a Sprite. And that Sprite, y'all, I told him from now on, he has to taste of anything from like a fountain thing that he gets for me. It was just the soda water. It did not have the flavoring to it. Yeah, and it was stale soda water. Like, awful nasty. So, needless to say, I got that Tums down. I had a couple of sips of the soda water, and I realized, ugh, you know. And I told him, I said, taste of this. See if it's me, or does it taste nasty? He took 1 or 2 sips, and he's like, don't drink that. Throw that out. I can't say what he said, but and I didn't throw it out. Once we got to the hospital, then we threw it in the garbage can. But yeah, and then on the way home, I did not have any. We ate lunch at the hospital because from like my first appointment was 9:30. My last appointment was at 1:30. We had to do labs, ultrasound, all that fun stuff in between. Yeah. So we were able to grab a bite at the deli. They did not have the cafeteria open. So we were able to grab a bite at the deli. And I drank sweet tea there. But I didn't have anything to drink on the way back. Yeah, I didn't have anything to drink on the way back. And about halfway, and I've never been one to get car sick, like ever. About halfway, I started getting car sick again. I'm like, I don't know what is up with me. And he did notice, and he made the comment on the way home. He's like, well, you know. And I noticed too, but I didn't say anything about it. But he noticed me. Whenever I stood up, like from sitting in the waiting room, I would stand up and I would kind of stagger back. And then when we were walking back from the hospital to the parking deck, going across the cross bridge, I started staggering. And I mean, like, I staggered. He's like, you were walking like you're drunk. What is wrong with you? I'm like, I don't know. I said, it feels like the floor is moving from under me. And oh, Lord, baby, the floor ain't moving. I'm like, well, it sure feels like it. So I don't know if it was a fluke in my blood pressure, but blood pressure checked out fine every doctor's appointment we did. In fact, they were commenting on how good blood pressure I had. So I don't know. I told him, I wonder if it's almost like vertigo. He had that before. And he was like, that's almost what you're acting like. So he told me to just kind of keep an eye on it today and tomorrow. Or if it gets worse today, call Dr. Freeman. He doesn't want me driving if I'm like this. So, yeah. Anywho, let me eat my breakfast. But yeah, I was just commenting on how weird that was that I was queasy. And because I've never been. I could read in the car, I could crochet in the car, I could do anything in the car. I tried reading my phone yesterday. Oh, no, that wasn't flying, girl. Couldn't do that. So, I'm going to keep an eye on it today. See what happens. Let me eat my breakfast, and then we're going to tackle some frogs. Can you tell procrastination? Hey, Hines. Okay, it's the next morning, and I just wanted to kind of update y'all. This video was going to be too long if I showed you my frogs I tackled. So, that's going to be in another video. But I did want to let you know the pot roast was amazing. We hardly have, well, we got a little bit left. It's going to be enough for Carol Beth for today for lunch, and then enough veggies for me today for lunch. She'll eat roast and veggies, but we didn't have much roast left. So, but it was delicious. That man had, I think, like 3 helpings. Yeah, Yeah, it was good. So, but I just want to let y'all know that, and then I'll have a separate video of me and my frogs. So, until next time, y'all be good, be sweet, be kind to one another, share, play nice with others, and if you need bail money, I got you. I got you. And if you're new here, hey, hon, welcome to the crazy. Once you get in it, you can't get out. It's like slime. Well, no, that's gross. What is it that you get on you and you can't get off? Wet flour. We're like wet flour. We get on you and we stick. So until next time, bye, hons.